frontiers always look skyward for its true path. We stood at the edge of destruction and would have fallen.
We've been working on Space Marine for about 2.5 years, and the development process has been really exciting for us. It's been really an interesting set of challenges, new challenges for Relic, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine is really our first big action blockbuster title, and it's really the first big action blockbuster ever made in the Warhammer 40,000 settings. There's a lot of fan love for Warhammer 40,000. This IP's been around for almost 25 years. There's millions and millions of fans, and we've all seen kind of movies and games and stories that have been inspired by Warhammer 40,000. So a lot of people know about it, even if they don't know much about it directly. And the fans can always be sure that whatever we put out is going to stay true to the IP, and it's going to express like the passion that we have for it and how much we love. They can see all that in the attention to detail that we've put in there. But then also Space Marine is really trying to bring this IP to a whole new audience. We've built a game so that it's pick up and play. You don't need to know anything about Warhammer 40,000. If you like action blockbusters, if you like science fiction, you're going to be able to jump right into Space Marine.
They want to steal this world.
The top level plot behind Space Marine is there's an Imperial Forge world called Graia, which is a planet-sized factory that creates war machines for the human war effort. Humanity is sort of constantly beset by aliens at its doorstep. It's surrounded at all sides by billions of enemies, and the war machine is such an important piece of keeping humanity alive. Million-strong orc army has arrived on Graia, and they're after the Titans, which are the most powerful war machines that the humans have. You, Captain Titus, are the hero. You've been sent with a small contingent of Ultramarines down to Graia to try and take strategic locations of the planet back until the Imperial force can arrive and liberate the planet. Pretty much right after you arrive on the planet, you start getting involved with a much deeper, darker story, and it kind of turns into a bit of a Saving Private Ryan meets Heart of Darkness kind of experience where you go deeper and deeper into the city and uncover more and more mysteries, culminating in the arrival of a Chaos army later in the game. So not only do you have to contend with millions of orcs, but you also have a Chaos army on deck with their own dark motivations that kind of tie into Captain Titus's character. So it's a huge, sprawling, epic story. It would be at home with any kind of summer blockbuster experience. So having a cover system in third-person shooter is really the convention right now for sure, and we intentionally stepped away from that. This is really about being, a 7-foot-tall superhuman warrior encased in amazing armor. You're not afraid. You're not going to hide behind stuff. You're not going to take pot shots, and just using all the tools we give you, all the ranged weapons, all the melee weapons, the executions, the fury attacks, all those pieces that we give you to solve those combat puzzles. About that intensity of combat, that strong forward momentum, that feeling of power, which we just can't give you if you're hiding behind cover.
I'm a Space Marine.
As you do damage to enemies in the game, either with ranged or melee weapons, you're building up your Fury meter. When your Fury meter is full, you can unleash either a very devastating melee attack. For the Chainsword, for example, it's a big stomp that has an aerial effect that knocks guys around and gives you kind of time to react to what's happening around you. With a ranged weapon, it kind of goes into a slow motion mode where you can pick off guys more deliberately with headshots. It's kind of gives you more damage, higher rate of fire, etc., etc. And then you can use sort of smaller versions of each of those abilities as you build Fury in the game, which just gives you another set of tools in combat. My favorite weapon is the Stormbolter, just because it feels so satisfying. It's really devastating. It's really fun to use, and I really like the Chainsword. It's really the iconic Space Marine weapon. It feels really, really good. We've had a lot of time to make it feel amazing, and I just find it so awesome to just wade into a bunch of enemies and just kind of strike them down and just have those crazy execution moves and stuff like that. And the Fury attacks are awesome too. Like, the whole package is just super satisfying. Space Marine has multiplayer and co-op, so we have a really robust offering in both those areas, and we're going to be talking in more detail about those in the future. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine will be available in August 2011 on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC.